There's a deep drive. It is going back, gone. Episode 73 of the podcast. Barry Bonds, steroid user extraordinaire, hit 73 home runs in one season, and this is the 73rd, 70th, whatever episode of the pod. So that's the whole reason I did that. You like how I hit it on the beat drop?
Welcome back to Dane's Manifesto, where we Dane manifests.
Yes, it is episode 73 of the pod. We got a good one coming at you. Lindsey Reed is bringing the heat this week because, again, you have to remember it is hashtag cancel Lindsey
Stinky
time.
Lindsey week.
But we'll see what she has to say. And
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm sure Jack probably has something as well. But yep, it is episode 73 of the Until Next Week podcast.
I love you. Wow, we're back.
We are back.
Post Mother's Day.
Streets back. All right.
All right. One time I was at a karaoke bar.
Okay.
And with Jake, Trust, and Art.
Oh, shout out.
And
number 2 sponsor of the pod.
Number 2 sponsor of the pod. And a different guy was like, let's go sing a song up there, man. I'll do it if you do it.
Let's do it.
And then it gets Jake in on it. And then another guy.
Was it Jake Pridgeon?
No.
Okay, Jake and Jake.
No.
Yeah, Jake squared.
It was
Connor Rule.
Guy named Rob.
Rob Lowe?
Loney.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not as fun.
Dang it. It was Rob, Jake, Connor Rule, and I.
Walked into a bar, literally.
Literally.
Okay.
And we all started with our back turned away from the audience, and we sang I Want It That Way. So each one of us would turn around at like the intro part and be like, you are my fire. Another person turns.
Mm-hmm.
The one desire. Another person turns. Believe when I say. Last person turns and we all sing I want it that way.
It was him. He murdered my brother.
Oh no.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's such a good clip. I think that's a cold opening also. It's just like, I need prisoner number 1 to sing the first line of that song, and then yep, prisoner number 4. He did it. He killed him.
Now all together.
What a classic line, classic show, classic scene from the show.
Classic song.
Something I did back in the day, I think my freshman year of college, I was in a macroeconomics class, and it was honors, just so you know.
Oh.
And with that, this will make sense because we had to make a music video
obviously
spoof because it was honors. That what else would you do in college?
College
macroeconomics class. We had to make a music video spoof for macroeconomics, and guess what song we used?
You use Baby Got Back.
You're not far off.
Wow.
We used the NSYNC song Bye Bye Bye.
Dang it.
Which again, we went from BYE to BUI, and we had a full music video. It was kind of wild. We all wore white t-shirts and like black sweats, and we filmed it on top of the Missouri State University parking garage.
Might as well
have the video, and it's under lock and key on YouTube. So it was wild because, again, we also had to record ourselves singing, and all of us were very, very, as the great Randy Jackson would say, yo pitchy dog.
Yo pitchy dog.
So that was an experience my freshman year of college.
How many videos do you think have been filmed at the top of the Missouri State parking garage?
Probably at least one. I mean, we were there.
Probably thousands.
Probably. But I bet you that was one of the only music videos, or only good music video, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of probably at least 35.
Yeah, that was an interesting time in my life. But that was an update from 8 years ago. I want to tell you about some updates from the week.
Dang it.
Okay, do you like that transition? I think it was pretty good.
I think you transitioned well.
Oh gosh. So my place where I work, we're undergoing some renovations, and with these renovations, we have to clear out the floor that we work on. And with this, it means that people have to move stuff out of their offices or cubicles or whatever else.
That's lame.
And keep in mind that we've been in this building for a long time. People have worked there for a long time. So
decades.
There's a lot of junk, I guess you could say, that has been acquired. With this junk, instead of throwing it away or taking it home, some people just put it in the break room, and then it's kind of a free-for-all. And sometimes you can get some good stuff. And I have been notorious for grabbing a wide variety of items. So many, in fact, that people are starting to say that I look like an antique store on my desk.
You do.
Because I have trophies, I have bobbleheads, I have a vase, I have a random flag from the Bass Pro Legends of Golf tournament. It's a little bit of everything.
It's pronounced Voss.
Voss. Yep, that's true. So I just have a wide assortment of items. So obviously, the other day when someone saw a PVC pipe in the break room, they're like, "Hey, Samuel, you can get some stuff in there." I'm like, I actually do. I do want that. So I went in to the break room and grabbed, give or take, like 14-ish pieces of PVC pipe that were all about a foot and a half or shorter. And then there was like 3 long pieces that were all like 4 feet tall. And I just had it, again, because I wasn't going to leave work until the end of the day, I just had it sitting behind my desk, and I got so many questions, and it got to the point where I left a sticky note on the items. And the sticky note said something along the lines of, "This is for a future wiffle ball strike zone."
Obviously.
To bring home a championship to our firm. Because, again, we play in a wiffle ball league, and I am the ace pitcher. Okay, so we won the championship 2 years ago.
Boo.
Last year, we did lose.
Boo.
And it wasn't necessarily due to our pitching, but it's kind of a St. Louis Cardinals situation where our pitching is solid, but our hitting is worse. But again, if you pitch really well, but you give up 1 run and you don't score anything hitting,
you suck.
You lose, right?
Yeah.
But if you pitch and never give up any runs, then there's
hitter.
a better chance you do win in the end.
Just be the best.
So I was like, I need a strike zone. I need to build this at some point. If you build it, they will come, as they say.
The ghost.
Yes, the ghost. And I was like, I know for a wiffle ball strike zone, you need to have PVC pipe. And I've had it in the back of my mind for so long, but this finally put me over the edge where I'm like, well, if I got the PVC pipe, I can build the wiffle ball strike zone.
And they will show up.
And I got all the pieces, and I was like, I think I need a few extras. So I went to Lowe's. Felt like a manly man for sure.
I was at Lowe's today.
You were?
Yeah.
This was 2 days ago for me. Sorry. But hey, we're in the same place, same-ish time within 48 hours.
Right. I looked at plants.
Nice. I was in the PVC pipe aisle because I need a few extra additional pieces. And then one of my coworkers, I was like, hey, I'm going to build this football strike zone. And he was just like, no chance you're going to do it. So that was my motivation to have it built that night.
Oh, yeah.
I used a saw. I cut up all the pieces, the right dimensions. There's a lot of different dimensions online for wiffle ball strike zones. So
and for mustaches.
That is true as well. I did not build a mustache, but Dane is currently in the process of building a mustache.
Oh, it's here, baby.
It's clean. Well, actually, it's not clean. It's if a mustache was called clean, then it would be clean. Otherwise, it's probably a little dirty. And he's finessing his mustache at the moment. But
I look good.
That night, I did build the wiffle ball strike zone. It is a little big currently because once you build the strike zone, you typically have either like sheet metal in the middle of it or like a net or like a tarp kind of. So that way you have like the full square filled in instead of just like the outline of the strike zone. Kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think I might need to make it a little bit smaller, but I did take a picture of the completed strike zone at this point, and then I sent it to my coworker the first thing the next day, and he's like, I doubted you. And it was a nice GIF response, and or like I underestimated you, something along those lines. And I had to send that picture to probably 5-6 different coworkers, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
You emailed it to everybody
with my own, whole firm-wide email.
I would have,
but I was pretty excited about it. I am excited to get some bullpens in. I'm going to pitch every single day until I'm the first wiffle ball pitcher to get Tommy John surgery.
Dang it.
But yeah, that was kind of the big update from the week for me. And also just, we haven't talked about it much because there's not much to talk about, but the St. Louis Cardinals are still really bad and it's very disappointing. And we need to fire Ollie Marmol and fire everybody else and just do something and be good again because it's very sad.
They make me angry on an emotional level.
It's so bad. They just keep losing. They were horrible last year, and I'm an optimistic fan. I was like, they'll be okay, and then they weren't. And then this offseason, I'm like, we didn't do a lot of good moves, but we made decent ones, and I think we should be better. But, of course, everybody's just playing horrible. The other week, Wilson Contreras, our starting catcher, broke his arm by getting hit with a bat, which was just awesome.
Happens to the best of us.
And, it's just our top prospect player last year got sent down to the minors. Like, it's just really bad. And if they don't do something soon, it'll just be another wasted season. And I really don't want to completely sell the team and be horrible again and again and again. But I don't know. It's just a sad time. And being a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
Goldschmidt's for sure gone.
Unless they turn something around, there's a chance. But I also want,
a free agent?
I want him, but I also want them to turn it around where they don't get rid of him, because I have this thing with like the Hall of Fame where I want them to be Cardinals.
Dang it.
And at this point, once he eventually gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, he would go in as a Cardinal, I believe, because he won his only MVP as a Cardinal. I think he would do that over the Diamondbacks. Same thing with Nolan Arenado. I don't think there's any chance he goes in as a Rocky.
I don't know.
But he needs to ideally stay with the Cardinals a little bit longer. So hopefully, and I don't think they would trade him. I think they'll still hold on to him. I think with how many years they have left with him, they need...
Arenado's got a no trade clause.
And I think it makes sense keeping him. But I really want them to turn it around where they don't have to trade all their guys.
If they don't, Goldschmidt's definitely gone, because Burleson can play first. Donovan could play first.
If Jordan Walker ever figures out how to hit again, he could play first. Yeah. There's a lot of options.
There's
but I do like Goldie because he is a really solid dude. But
I think no matter what, even if they turn around, they're not re-signing him. Goldschmidt.
It depends. I think they could maybe sign him for like a year deal, kind of cheaper.
I don't think they will.
I don't know.
I think they did have so many options that they're like, I think we have internal options that'll be good.
I don't know. They have a thing with signing older players for like
Mike Carpenter
history and stuff. So I don't know. I just hope they get better at some point, because it is not great feeling like a Cowboys fan at all times. So what are your updates from the week, Dane?
All of my teams are killing me.
Yeah. Iowa didn't even win the championship for girls basketball.
I mean, I wouldn't say that my team.
That was your girl.
That was my girl. She didn't win.
Yeah.
Cowboys let me down. Cardinals, I knew were going to let me down. Celtics, the Celtics are that team that are like, hey, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
Come on.
And
are they still in it?
They're
as of
they're the 1 seed.
Okay.
As of, let's just throw out a hypothetical number. May 9th.
Yeah.
They're still in it.
Yeah.
So they're still doing good. But I mean, other than that, Tennessee football, not great. Arkansas football, not great.
Yeah, just most of your teams aren't doing good. But what kind of updates do you have from like this past week?
Dane went to a wedding last weekend.
Hey, congrats on the marriage.
And and one in Rome.
You had those anti-pickup lines and it worked fast.
Got to see
you got to be the flower girl.
No.
Flower boy.
The beer boy.
Little drummer boy.
No.
Beard boy or beer boy?
Yes.
Both.
No, I got to see my friend Connor Rule straight from California. He is looking rather hippie-like. He's 28 years old and has a half and half gray beard.
Sounds about right.
I'm 27 and I don't have any ounce of gray on me at all.
Congrats.
I know. I don't understand how it happens or how he's that old. Connor Rule also, fun fact about him, he lives in San Diego. And
that's a fun fact.
And is dating a girl that lives in Boston.
That is a fun fact.
You want to talk about long distance.
Those anti-pickup lines work pretty well, I guess.
In America, that's as far away as you can get from each other.
That is rough.
And I told him, I was like, man, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want. But you understand the challenges. You are both going to have to use all of your vacation time every year to go see each other.
I mean, I guess that could be true love if it works out. But okay. I don't know him well enough, but that's aggressive.
Well, best case scenario, one of you has to move all the way across the country.
Or they meet in the middle of Missouri. Shout out.
I told him that, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay. So, good wedding?
Yeah, it was a pretty good wedding. One of my friends got married, Andrew, and I got to take his spot in his old home now.
Oh.
And live with Jake Pritchard and Colton.
When does that happen?
I've already signed a lease, and he gets married. Well, he already got married.
But
so he's moving in with the girl.
How long was your apartment lease? When did that expire?
It doesn't expire until July. I still have it.
So you're going to be paying
double dipping.
Oh, then that's a good transition to a support raise.
It is. I'm 52% support raised as of right meow. Mm-hmm. So if I get to 80%, that's when I get to I can come on staff and just start working and then continually getting that 20% raise. So I need, what is that, 28 more %. And
28% to be able to start working officially and
on
then
July 1st.
And then you need that final 20%. And again, it's over a 2-year period support raise. So that it would only be like the last few months. Yeah. So
but
ideally, you have over a year's worth of support raised, which is really impressive and really generous of all y'all.
Over $47,000, which is great. But the crazy part is, or like to give you perspective or something like that, if you like pledge $50 a month to me, that's only 1%. It raises me up 1%.
And that means you can be a part of the 1%.
You can be a part of the 1%. And so it's like, man, there's been people who've been more generous than that, more people, or people who have been less generous with that.
Yeah.
All of it, I'm super appreciative of. The things that are kind of hard is when somebody gives you like a one-time donation. Like somebody gave me $750.
$750,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
thank you.
I would have liked to split it up by month.
I don't even know how I'm going to live off.
It is what it is. That's the thing I like about ministry. You go in it for the money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so somebody gave me $750 a month, and I divided that by 24 months. That's like the equivalent of like $28-ish a month. And I'm like, thanks, but you should have given me like $50 a month.
Maybe don't say that on the pod.
No. But
they probably don't listen to the pod.
No, they don't.
Okay. But actually, that is very generous.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out. But he doesn't like doing the math. So
I don't like doing the math. But I do.
Also, if you gave him randomly $750, which is for anybody listening, that's probably crazy. That he would be very thankful.
Yeah,
so
that'd be awesome.
If you give him $10, he'd be thankful. Any amount.
I'm super thankful for everything that I get because honestly, it's people.
He just doesn't like doing math.
Exactly. It's people saying, "Hey, I know I could buy another one of these things, but I would rather support somebody I actually believe in," which is amazing.
Yeah.
So I do really appreciate it, people.
Yeah. So, okay, well, it's time to get into our official sponsor of the week, and that is Joshua Schmitz of the MANWAGON podcast, featuring Vaughn.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I had to do something. So I had to get your attention. But if you like the Until Next Week podcast, which is our podcast, you would maybe also potentially like the MANWAGON podcast, which is Joshua Schmitz's podcast. If you follow our Instagram or TikTok, you know we occasionally post some funny vids. By occasionally, it's like 2 to 3 times a week, which is crazy. Joshua Schmitz is the person who makes those videos, which means he has to have some sort of sense of humor by picking out some of our better clips or talking about, like, hey, how can we make this funny? Which means, hey, that means he has a good podcast as well. So if you enjoy laughing and have joy in your life, listen to the MANWAGON podcast with Joshua Schmitz and Vaughn something. And then, do that. And he's our podcast sponsor. I know some of you, Allie Hoopy, I think specifically, I know you're listening to the MANWAGON podcast. So shout out Allie Hoopy, shout out the MANWAGON podcast, shout out Joshua Schmitz, and shout outs.
I bet living in Michigan really grinds his gears.
I bet you it does. It's cold up there. The Lions are up there. The Tigers are up there.
Jim Harbaugh
the Bears
left.
are close. Oh, my.
Jim Harbaugh left.
Harborough, yep.
Harbaugh.
Habada. But yeah, cool guy, cool podcast. That's all we got. You know. And I know some of you really enjoy our podcast sponsors. So whenever we stop doing like these segments, I'm sure that really grinds your gears in some capacity. And we also have stuff that grinds our gears. So Dane, what grinds your gears?
So I heard a fun fact.
That is pretty fun.
And it was that women were not allowed to have a credit card in their name until 1974.
Shout out.
So it's actually really impressive. They've maxed out 3.
That was funny. Gosh.
And so what grinds my gears is credit card debt.
Okay.
So,
you're ridiculous.
What do you mean? That was funny. I read that.
It was funny. I
read that and I thought it was hilarious. And then I was like, yeah, paying off these credit cards things. I had a friend who told me once upon a time when we were living together.
Yeah.
He goes, credit cards are just free money the government gives you. You just take it and you spend it. It stimulates the economy. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dane gets one of those himself. And then here we are now. They're like, you got to pay that back. And I'm like, what?
What? I mean, in all the old sitcoms, it was just, I buy everything I want. Yeah. And then at the end of the month, they're like, hey, you got to pay these bills. Like, what? I have to pay?
Yeah.
I thought it was free money.
Speaking of old sitcoms,
there's a lot of good ones, but I don't know where you're going with this.
Like Friends.
That's not a good sitcom.
How did they live in that apartment when Rachel was a waitress and Monica did
you want to know? Do you want to know?
Well, she was like
you want to know?
A chef that moved around.
They had a podcast.
Those weren't a thing then, but
they barely had electricity.
They barely had wireless television. And they didn't have wireless television.
Yeah, I think they explained it at one point. I think it was left to them like in a will or something. I could be completely wrong because I don't really watch Friends because I'm not a huge fan of it, even though sometimes it can be okay.
Then why'd they move out?
More of a Parks and Rec office guy. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole show.
How do you leave an apartment to somebody?
Maybe they had it purchased. Maybe it was like one of those situations.
I don't know.
We could be completely wrong. If we're wrong, send us a voice memo, send us a response. Let us know why we are wrong or right or whatever.
I don't trust
it.
But
yeah, so that grinds your gears, the credit card debt.
Yeah, just make it to where I don't have to pay it back.
Yeah. Understandable. I have a grinds my gear, which is a little bit of an update of the week as well. I went to like a I went to a salsa festival like the other week. And it was pretty fun. It was like they had lots of different vendors.
Who'd you dance with?
There was no dancing. No, there actually was. Actually, there was dancing, but I didn't dance. They were doing salsa dancing as well.
That's suspicious.
I didn't really want to get my groove on because I was too busy eating the salsa.
I bet they have fantastic salsa there.
Yeah. I don't want to stereotype anybody, but you could tell by looking like who probably has the best salsa at this festival.
Norwegians.
Yes, the Norwegians have the best salsa. You could also, I'm a big spicy salsa fan.
Oh, yeah.
And that made it even more obvious. I'm not going to get into details, but you can just make assumptions and then feel bad about yourself. Your assumptions are correct.
I'm hungry again.
Yeah. I do have something else that really quick. This was like a sub grind my gears within this grinds my gears. They had all these different salsa tables, but they only give you like one small bag of chips for all of them. So once you run out of chips, you can't do anything and you can't get like a refill. I'm like, this is kind of annoying. So I had to be kind of stingy with the chips, which grinded my gears a little bit because I'm a big boy who likes to eat a lot. That was kind of weird now that I think about it.
No, it's not. You tell your truth.
No, it's not. But went around. Some of the salsas, kind of bad. Not really that great. It was just kind of like tomato sauce. One literally tasted like almost like pizza sauce or like barbecue sauce. And I'm like, that's really weird. I don't like this at all.
I wouldn't like that in a salsa.
But there were some tables that had multiple different salsas. And some specifically, again, we are in Missouri where a lot of people probably can't handle heat very well.
White people.
The people who made the salsa were like, hey, that one's the hot one. That one's the spicy. That's the mild one over there. And I'm like, no. Give me your worst.
I'm daddy.
There was one table in particular that they were telling everybody like pretty clearly, like, hey, that one is very spicy. And a lot of people, I don't think were grabbing the spicy salsa, but I did. I took a little bite. I'm like, ooh, snap. That is hot. Like it was toasty. It was burning me. It was like in those old, commercials where if you eat something like really spicy, like flames came out of your mouth.
Yeah, like icy hot.
Yeah, it was kind of that. Yeah, because you eat icy hot. It was that situation, but it was still very good. And I did finish it and I went back for more. But the reason I went back for more was because there was another salsa table. That was kind of like the fruity kind of salsa. It had like mango. Mango and like onions and other things. It was a nice flavor, but I'm like, I think I can make something better. And I decided to put the spicy salsa combined with like the mango salsa.
Yeah.
Boy, it was good. That did not grind my gears.
Yeah, mango.
That was amazing.
Man.
That was spicy. That was sweet. That was like the perfect salsa. And I ate all of it, which was a good idea at the time. Bad idea later that night.
Oh, I'm sure it was fine.
It literally grinded my gears.
It felt like
aggressively.
Fire. Oh no.
On the inside.
No.
And it hurt.
I know I've eaten something really spicy when your stomach is just boiling.
There's been times where I've decided to eat really spicy food at night and I wake up the next day, I'm like, this is going to be a bad day.
Man.
This is going to be rough. And it stinks in more ways than one, actually.
Whoa.
But it stinks because it's just so good at the time.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's just so bad later.
You just need to condition your body better.
I think that almost might be an issue. I think I've had it too much where it's like wore down something in me.
The intestinal lining?
I think so. Because I've had some spicy food. And it does. I can't control it as much anymore. So that grinds my gears that I can't eat the spiciest foods in the world consistently without being in extreme pain.
Dig it.
So there you go.
Spicy
still like spicy salsa.
Yeah.
The
spiciest thing I ever ate was a thing called death sauce.
Death
sauce.
What are you saying?
No, that's death sauce. So I bought
They selling chocolate. Sorry, go. I apologize.
Hashtag cancel Samuel.
No, hashtag cancel Lindsey. That's where we're at.
We are canceling Lindsey.
And hashtag cancel Jack because that will never leave.
Also Jack.
Yep.
But I was this thing called Def Sauce, and I bought it for my dad on his birthday. And I put it in a bunch of salsa to make it spicier. And then I wiped the rim, licked it, and I go, oh, God. Oh, no. That's not going to work. And I threw the salsa away.
Yeah.
And then, like, years later, I saw a old clip of Hot Ones on TikTok.
Yeah.
And their spiciest wing was made with Def Sauce. And I was like, wow.
Like, that was it.
I've had that.
I could have been on Hot Ones.
I could have been on Hot Ones. If everything was less spicy than that, then I might have been able to do it.
Yeah.
However, I didn't because I chose not to.
Okay. Well, that's what grinded our gears.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get into our Bible verse draft mains. No.
Oh, wow.
Still not there. We'll wait until
777th episode.
We'll wait until next week. Eventually, it will happen.
700 episodes from now.
Joshua, it will happen at some point. Maybe, possibly, maybe not. But what we are doing is something a little different. We wanted to call Lindsey Reed because, again, we kind of said hashtag cancel Lindsey last week and everything else.
Defend yourself.
But she goes to sleep so early at night, and we're recording late at night again. And she was like,
what's our definition of late, though?
No, I mean, right now it's around 10 o'clock at night. So
but she was in bed at 8:30. Let's clarify.
a.m. She just sleeps all the time. She's in her, it's weird. It's summer, but she's in her hibernating mode.
She is hibernating because she's more bear-like.
I mean, she did go to Missouri State, bear up, you know.
She got claws and fur.
Yeah. So what she did do was she decided to send us in voice memos instead. She sent us multiple. I believe there's 3. We don't really know what's on here exactly, but we decided we'll just kind of listen to them, react to them, and hear what Lindsey has to say. Because, again, we're hashtag canceling Lindsey. So let's listen in to the Lindsey Reed.
Hi everyone, this is Lindsey Reed,
Lindsey.
and I'm just here to defend my name, as always. Last week on the pod, maybe 2 weeks ago by now, Dane stated that I was gassy, and I was just literally vacuuming my apartment, minding my own business, and I hear my brother say that I am gassy. And that is literally false, because he is the gassiest person that I know. He would have so many holes in his underwear. His fart smelled horrible.
Wow.
We'd always have to roll the windows down in the car. He farts all the time. And anytime he goes to the bathroom, to this day, nobody can go in there because it just smells like absolute butt, is all I can say. And it should be very convincing since he has a bowel disease.
Wow.
First off, fake news.
She has two more things also.
Yeah, such fake news.
But quick react to that first one.
So my initial reaction is that Lindsey's a liar. And also, I do have a bowel disorder, and when I would be going through flare-ups when I was younger, it was a problem, okay? But also...
Don't make fun of his disease.
Don't make fun of a diseased person, Lindsey. And also, you tell people that I have fleas when you're the one with fleas. You need to get an anti-worm and flea and tick ointment.
I just find it funny, though. She's just like vacuuming, doing something good. Like, oh, this is so nice. I'm listening to encouraging maybe music, and it's like, let's be encouraged by podcasts. Let's laugh a little. And then she just gets slandered, and she gets called gassy out of the blue.
She is gassy.
That's kind of funny, though. That is wild.
Her farts smell stale, and like there's a sandwich that hasn't been eaten in a while.
Okay, let's go to part 2 of Lindsey Reed's voice memos.
So for this week's episode of What the Youth of America Do, for context, I teach at a Title I inner city school in Omaha, Nebraska, and I teach middle school, 6th and 7th graders, and I teach social studies. Recently, at our school, the phone policy has been that students get 3 warnings and then the teacher can take the cell phone. I had a student who was on his phone, and I try to always be really chill, and I'm like, I just look at him like, hey man, put that away. Come on now, put that away. And I don't be yelling at the kids or anything like that. And so he was on his phone for the 3rd time. And so I just start simply like walking over to him to take the phone. And he starts yelling at me, saying the N-word. I have no idea. He was talking so fast. I was like, what is happening? And then all I could catch was that I need to back up and go back up front and do my little job. And I was like, oh, Yeah, no.
You don't mess with the Lindsey Reed.
Well, I mean, if you mess with the Lindsey Reed, you get the Daniel Reed.
You get the Daniel Reed. And Daniel Reed doesn't mess around either.
He does jujitsu.
He does. And he's a youth pastor, which means he can handle all kind of situations.
He's a college pastor.
That's what it was. I was half right.
I'm a youth pastor.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not a pastor.
Oh, snap. You don't want to mess. Wow.
Yeah,
gas her up.
Because if you mess with Lindsey Reed, you get the gas. And so, Lindsey, my recommendation to you would just be gas up that room.
Gas it up.
Let it go.
Gas it up. Wow. It's like two can play this game. Let's go.
Well, but also, yeah.
That's rough.
I don't think anybody should say the N-word, period.
Wow.
I don't care who you are.
Not hot take. I
don't care who you are. I don't think anybody should say
no one should.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't need to get into that, but that's crazy. That's wild. That's just like not appropriate in any case.
Here's the thing. I guarantee he didn't get in trouble, that kid. Because when she tells me these stories, they call the parents don't really care, and then the kids just go on doing whatever they want, and they have like correctional behavior sheets that if they just simply didn't do anything wrong that day, they get rewarded. And I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I remember getting screamed at in 8th grade football for winning 42-7.
That because you won by too much?
No,
not enough?
Because we threw pizza crust out the window. So,
okay.
Of the bus ride on the way
I mean,
home.
that's a little different. It's not because you won 42-7. It's because you threw pizza crust out the window.
Well, that was partly it. We had to do J reminders, which was like 5 up downs every 5 yards down and back the entire field. And it gets pretty hard. But then also we got yelled at because they were just like, you think that so-and-so is going to play like this in the next game? They're not. You guys played like bleep and bleep and bleep. And
wow.
This was 8th grade. And it was great.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's always good.
It was great. That wasn't the reason I quit. The reason I quit is because I was too small.
Hey, there's always next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Go back next year. So
maybe I will.
Didn't expect that. That was a wild story by Lindsey. And she has one more voice memo.
Yeah, Lindsey.
Also, we might make that I don't know how often.
And every so often
she might send us some crazy stories of the happenings of Lindsey Reed. So
Lindsey, please no cursing, or we're gonna have to wash your mouth out with soap.
Yep.
Again.
And here is the third of 3 voice memos from the Lindsey Reed.
On this episode of The Youth of America,
another one.
I am a teacher, but also I am a track and cross country coach.
English, Lindsey.
This past week, we had a track meet, and one of my student athletes was mad that he did not do very well in the 4x1, and his relay lost to a competitive rival of ours. One of the other kids simply said to him, "You just need to run faster," which was
Good
stupid.
tip.
But this kid responded by throwing the baton on the ground and saying to "Shut the F up, you stupid N-word."
Oh my gosh.
And to not talk to him ever again until he's as fast as he is. This same kid also hired a photographer to take pictures of him during a meet that he lost every event in.
Wow. If you're one of these kids listening to the podcast, sorry.
I mean, these are 14-year-olds going through all of their
That is crazy.
hormonal changes and things like that.
That is nuts.
I just know my dad would tan my hide if I said things like that.
Yeah, that would be even worse coming from you, obviously.
Oh, me? Yeah, I can't say the N-word.
No, I don't even like saying that part of it. Like, that's crazy. Wow.
But also, man, like...
That's why Lindsey doesn't take your crap. Because she
deals with stuff like this.
She deals with this crap. She's like, no. I'm not going to be called gassy.
Well... Yeah.
When I'm trying to clean my house.
Dang it. Well, and then these kids are over here, like that kid's mad because they lost or whatever, and the kid's like, maybe you should run faster. And it's like, hey, dude, like all you can do is control what you can do. So like get on your guys to like work and get in the gym and running and work harder. Like, because if by doing that, you're not helping anybody.
Yeah.
Neither of you are helping anybody.
At least they did get helpful hints though. It's like, hey, be faster. Like that is, if you're faster,
that's the point.
Yeah. So that I appreciate that person letting them know, like, hey, just do better.
And then the photographer part, I do hope he loses every event from now and forever.
Well, you don't necessarily. I mean, maybe that time, but he could have a change of heart, and then
sure, if he changes his attitude.
Yeah.
But until you do something, you shouldn't have nobody taking no pictures. Effort goes unnoticed until you're on top.
That's crazy.
He's not on top.
That's crazy. And those were our Lindsey Reed voice memos of the week. It was all over the place. She had to save her reputation, which she helped a little bit. And then she told some wild stories by some of her wild students.
Yeah, pray for Lindsey.
Yep. Give her that clap. Way to go, Lindsey.
She doesn't deserve it. She deserves this.
And that's what her living room looked like after she finished vacuuming.
And it was so easy.
Yep. And it was so. I think it's that time. It is that time of the week for part 14 of Dane's Manifesto.
Dane's Manifesto. And so, like I said, somebody recently has commented on our video and said that Dane's Manifesto is quickly becoming one of her favorite segments. So if you're driving, pull over. If you're walking, sit down, because it's time for Dane's Manifesto. Do you press that button every time I say it?
Say what?
I don't remember.
Okay.
So this week on Dane's Manifesto.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
I'm sorry.
And that's what we're talking about this week. I couldn't see which button you were going to press.
Oh, okay.
But so the key concept of this week's manifesto is personality hires are more important than the people who actually do the job.
I'm a personality hire. Not completely, not really, but I do keep the vibes up. Sorry, keep going.
I'm 200% a personality hire.
Yeah.
And because everybody there is so boring and blah, blah, blah. And then whenever I came back post-cancer, everybody's like, Dane, like, we're so happy that you're back, because it was just a grueling grind. Because here, let me paint the picture of the landscape here for you.
Like Jake Trust and Art, shout out, number 2 sponsor.
Shout out. So we're sitting in a room. It's just like a box, and we have gray walls and gray cubicles and gray ceiling and gray floor, and there's no windows. Mm-hmm. So it's very depressing. And we're all boxed into our cubicles, and we're supposed to be doing our work and this and that, and there's no airflow in there at all. When one person gets sick, we all get sick. It's unbelievable. We're pitching our HR lady right now to get us an air purifier.
Do it.
To put in there. She said maybe. So
Maybe.
We're working on it.
Maybe.
So I bring pizzazz and personality to it. There are now cardboard.
What do you put on your pizza?
Well, I put cardboard on it.
Okay.
Because there's cardboard on top of our cubicle roofs, because we got tired of looking at the fluorescent lighting, which me and my coworkers helped initiate. And it's great. And then I had a door to my cubicle. Now I have lamp lighting. I have
paint on the carpet.
No, we moved cubicles.
Oh, okay.
That way I can't be framed for murder. And I have a lamp in my cubicle. I have a Bluetooth speaker. I have snacks. I have drinks. I have a charger. I play games, and I have proper seating for a bunch of people that can come here. I can sit like 4 or 5 people in my cubicle.
You got a PlayStation. You got a little bit. You got a whole setup. It's like a man cave.
I got a fake plant. Somebody said it looks like a frat house in there. And you have to kind of climb in there over all the seating, and it's great. And I'm like, man, this is, it's not fun, but it's as good of a time as you can make it. Yeah. And so then other people started to adopt like similar things. They got snacks, they got drinks. They don't have Bluetooth speaker, but they have roofs and things like that, which I wasn't the first one to have the roof, but it still is something that's coming along, and something like I'm leading the charge. Always be different, and always push the boundaries of what's possible.
Push it.
Yeah.
Push it
to the limit. Push a T.
Limit.
I convinced the president of the company to put March Madness on the television. It was great.
Shout out personality.
He and I are besties.
Yeah.
And
That's cute.
So yeah, the personality hires are way more important than people who actually do the work, because people who do work, like anybody can do work.
Yeah.
So come on.
Not everybody can have personality.
Not everybody have personality and start a podcast. But also, this was Dane's Manifesto. Okay, you can go back to driving and walking.
Yep. And especially you, Joshua, you don't have to pull over anymore. Just keep going on your way.
Yeah, but next week, go ahead and pull over again.
So that was part 14 of Dane's Manifesto. We're going to get to a voice memo this week, and you'll never guess who it is from.
It's from Apple Review.
Apple Review. Yeah, that's, no, that's not it. It is from Jack Holmgren.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I think he still has some dad jokes for us. So we're going to listen in right now and see if he can make us laugh. Right now.
Dang it.
Did I tell you about my friend who stutters really bad?
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he died in prison. Too bad he didn't get to finish out his sentence.
Dang it. I didn't know where that was going.
I didn't either, and it said dark dad jokes.
That was not that dark.
I mean, a little bit, because he didn't get
Sure.
to finish his sentence because he died.
Well, we don't know how long his sentence was, both metaphorically
he also said
and
stuttery.
But also,
Dang. Cancel Jack.
3 out of
cancel
10.
Lindsey.
3 out of 10.
It could have been darker, but it could have been daddier. That was weird.
I didn't like that.
No, that was funnier than the joke. Not really. Hey. I just like that Jack is being consistent with his dad jokes. Even though we're canceling him, it is a nice segment. He's been on here more times than Michael, which is pretty hard to do.
I wonder who has more cumulative time on the podcast.
Oh, it would definitely be Michael. He's been on
so?
5 different episodes.
But not every episode.
Yeah, but 5 episodes for like an hour.
Yeah,
a
it's definitely
piece.
Michael.
And this is like about a minute a piece. So
Well, either way, I
We've
think you should read off of Spotify.
Okay.
Q&A
okay.
response.
Hey, no, we don't have. There's nothing really to read off this week for Spotify because I want to read off an Instagram message that I meant to say in last week's episode. I kind of forgot. This is from Sammy Kirby, who you know.
Do I?
Yep, you did. You might have met her at a shelter.
Oh, that one?
Yep.
Oh, is she trying to fight me?
She said, I have a bone to pick with Dane.
Dang it.
She said, number 1, for saying I was yelling and bossing people around
She
at the
was.
Dream Center. Rude. And then number 2, she said, I did not even apply. Samuel spams the Ghost Runners account. Fake news. All of it. I'll burn this podcast down.
Dang it.
I feel like that's a common denominator with you where you kind of say stories a little differently than how they occur.
Lindsey calls me a pathological liar.
I think you are a pathological liar or exaggerator.
Well, that's what one of my friends told me recently. He goes, "What? Dane lie or embellishing the truth for humor?
No.
But also, those are all factual things. That's how I remember.
Oh, okay. Sammy, I'm. That's what he said. I think I'll try to believe you, but he's saying differently.
Let's ask the children.
I don't know. But I did respond to her, and I was like, "Hey, he twists stories around. This is podcast worthy content." And then she put slandering my name with 3 thumbs downs. And then I said, I'll make it right on episode 72, where she had 3 emojis with a like, what's it like army people do?
Oh, saluting emoji.
Saluting.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry that I forgot about it on 72, but here it is on 73. It is all made right. I hope you don't hate us and you still listen to the Until Next Week podcast. So,
I stand by what I said.
yeah, you do, of course. I mean, everybody knows you will. I heard we have sponsors of the week.
We sure do.
The number 1, it's what is it? Who is it? Jesus?
Oh, wow.
It is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have a list, but again, it is Jesus. And I heard you might have a verse of the week.
I always do.
Maybe. Okay, what is that this week, Dane?
So, this week's verse is about suffering.
Ooh,
Because the whole crux of this argument is I heard a pastor say, like, sometimes you do everything right and you suffer and die.
Yep.
And that's just it.
Yeah.
Like, so the verse that I chose is James 1:12, and it is, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, the person who will receive, or that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. And so it's like people, like the Gosperity,
Gosperity.
Gosperity.
The Gosperity possible.
The prosperity gospel.
Okay.
And so prosperity gospel is just false. Like Joel Osteen, wrong. And all the other people who are just like, hey, if you believe in Jesus, like things will happen for you. You'll be blessed and well known and financially well. And if you're not, it's because you're in sin. It's like, okay, well, here's the thing. We're never not in sin. We were born into sin. We will be sinning until we die. And God slowly over time shows us like and reveals to us that like the different sins and how like nuanced they can be too. Like even like, let's just say hypothetically embellishing the truth to make a story sound more interesting.
Which we wouldn't do.
Which we wouldn't do.
No.
Sinful though, because it's lying is what it is. And so I tell people that, and I also struggle with that obviously. And then it's like, and you continue becoming sanctified, all these things. And it's like, okay, man, I'm rooting out sin. I'm in Bible study. I'm reading the scriptures every day. I'm going to church. I'm serving. I'm doing all these things. And then it's like, okay, well, you just get cancer.
I mean, yeah.
That's what happened to me. It's like, okay.
You're doing everything right.
I don't know about that, but
well, okay, sorry.
Yeah. But it like from an outside perspective, it seems like, okay, you're doing everything right. And then you just get this. And then I'm not saying I'm dying, but it's like some people do. Some people do everything right, and then they have some tragedy that happens in their life, and they go through another one, and then they just die. And yet, that's a glorious life in the eyes of God, because the person who may go through all these things, in fact, Christ promised suffering in this life, but they go through all these things, and it produces endurance and steadfastness in your faith, and then you're continually proclaiming God, and then you just ascend and join Him, and it's like, that's a really cool life. And that's something that happened to like Job. It happened to a lot of the disciples. Like, do you know the amount of people who have been crucified? Oh, I heard it on a podcast this morning. And it said at one point in time, they crucified so many people in Jerusalem that they ran out of wood.
For like crosses or something?
Yeah, for crosses.
That's crazy.
Like, they crucified so many people for their faith that they ran out of wood and couldn't crucify people anymore. And it's like, come on, like, people, like, a lot, like, we live in such a like awesome time that we can openly share our faith. We can openly sit down and talk about this on a podcast and have no fear of retribution against us. And it's like, man, we take that for granted, and yet, like, so often people just suffer and die, and it's a glorious thing.
That's a good word. It really is.
I came up with that off the dome.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Dane. Number 2, sponsor of the week, Jake Trust in Art.
Mr. Art himself.
How has he done it all these years?
Well, I don't know. He started with a brush and a paint.
And he gave us a place to live
And
with a podcast.
And a head to sleep.
Yeah, and a head to sleep. And then he was like, hey, I'll keep drawing and drawing and drawing. And then I'll make a YouTube and a Patreon and write a book. And not in that order, because I messed that up a little bit.
It was book
but
first.
If you want to have a commission painting, shout out Jake Trust in Art. If you tell him the code Samuel and Dane want money, he might give us a portion of the proceeds.
Yeah.
He also has a book. Buy the book. If you tell him, hey, Samuel and Dane told me to buy the book, maybe he'll give us money. We don't know.
Organic reconstruction.
What else? He also, again, follow the YouTube. That's free. And then he has a Patreon, which is $5 a month. He'll start posting some solid content on there soon. And subscribe.
And follow his wife.
Yeah.
Michaela Williams.
Preferably not around town, but follow her online.
Dang it.
Yeah. Yep.
Or Michaela Art. That's her last name.
Yeah. And then everyone buying pickleball paddles is the third sponsor of the week with my code Samuel14434. Recently, just out of the blue, people have been using my code because I get like little emails sometimes when like people use it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then the same day I got one, like a few hours later, I got another. I'm like, who are you people? It's like the whole Patrick Star meme where he's going to his rock. There's all the eyes popping out around. It's like, who are you people?
Who are you people?
That's how I feel, but in a good way. So if you want a pickleball paddle, again, use the code Samuel14434. You can get 2 normal paddles on Friday Pickleball, because I don't know if I always specify that, because it's on Friday Pickleball. You can get 2 normal paddles for $98, which is a deal, or you can get 2 of their carbon fiber paddles for $138. Both are solid deals. They're solid paddles, fun looking, fun to use, etc., etc., etc. So please do that.
People have said you used to pray for times like these.
I did.
Wow.
Prosperity gospel.
Dang it.
Wait, no. We're not doing that.
Down with prosperity gospel.
Gaspel.
Gassy Reed. Lindsey, Reed. Lindsey Reed's gassy.
It always goes back.
Hashtag cancel Lindsey. Hashtag cancel Jack. Hashtag.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty good note, I feel like, to start ending on. That's wild.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead and keep Dane in your prayers and tell your friends about the podcast, because if you don't, we might just cancel you like Lindsey and Jack.
Yep. And also, again, as we said, use the Friday Pickleball code Samuel14434 for your pickleball paddle needs. Support Dane and his ministry support. We mentioned he is over 52% of the way there. He needs to get to 80 before he can start full time. So please help him out. Send them an Instagram message after you do, so that way they can track it properly. Keep telling your friends if you enjoy the podcast. And then, like we kind of already said, leave 5 stars on Spotify and Apple. Leave voice memos so you can be featured on the pod like the Jack Holmgren. Follow our Instagram and TikTok so you can maybe get a little laugh here and there. And then, like Dane said, keep him in your prayers. He is beating cancer one day at a time.
I'm going to get my port removed. I forgot to tell everybody that.
Right now.
No, not right now.
We're doing it right now.
No, don't touch it.
Right now. Right. Okay, this has been episode 73 of the Until Next Week podcast. Dane, get over here.
No.